Hey guys, hope you are doing good. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another quick video. Today I'm going to explain you some common case study questions that have been asked in Berlin based startups particular to the tech industry and also e-commerce. Sometimes these case studies could be very vague, so I'm just going to give you some examples that you can expect, right? And remember, in many cases they don't even give you the data and you still need to think about it and frame like queries in SQL, write code in Python. This is up to you. The first type that I've seen is called as attribution modeling based questions. So they will say, imagine you're given like data about user ID, the sessions they have been onto a website, right? All the session IDs. How did they come from? Did they come from Facebook, YouTube, so on? In the session that they visited, did they convert? Did they buy something, right? If there was revenue, how many pages they visited, and so on. And based on this, you are asked to compute or write queries for different attribution models. So you can Google this up and see what it is. So there are multiple attribution model like first click attribution model, last click attribution model, and so on, right? So for instance, first click means that let's say user has come into website 4 times, then we will attribute 100% of the revenue to the first visit, right? If it came from Facebook, that will get 100% of the credit. Now you need to think about it, like just given the columns to write a query in SQL, right? Like or Python. This is one type of question. The second type, we have dealt with it mostly in our channel on a regular basis. Change in sales year on year, things like that, and also maybe at a category level, right? So imagine you have just the month, the category, and the revenue. How do you do year on year, right? Obviously you need to use a lag function. What you can do, you can maybe sum all the months revenue for a particular year, do that for each of the years, then to find the difference, do a lag on that, right? Maybe use a with clause and then you do a lag on that new table, and then compute the percentage change, right? So it's like use case based, and as you see, if you're given no numbers, just the column names, you have to think and process. Sometimes they might just ask you the pseudo logic like how I explained you now. Third thing is called as cohort analysis, right? So how often are users coming back or purchasing from you again after their first visit? How is the retention and so on? And you might just be given a country, the user ID, the order number, like whatever they have purchased, the date order, right? Just these 4 columns, you can still calculate a cohort data, right? So what you probably need to do is for each user ID, find the minimum order month, the first time they ordered, and from there map how often they have come back in the first month, second month, third month after the first purchase. Then aggregate these data together for all the user IDs. You might get the nice cohort kind of table or chart, right? Cohort chart. Your end output like might be something like this, right? It's like a staircase stepwise, right? Someone came in April 2019, how they have come back in the following months, and so on, right? So again, just to 4 columns, right? Even no data is given, you should be able to frame a query. It's quite funny, but this is visualization of the data without the data, right? It's a very important skill, I would say. And then another one we have dealt with commonly in our channel, common products ordered together, right? Like in e-commerce, you might order 4-5 products together. What is the common combinations? You might just be given order ID, product ID, maybe date. And this might involve the concept of doing a self-join, joining the table on the table, and then trying to see the combinations that are commonly ordered, right? So this is also called as like market basket analysis. So if a company sells something, can they sell something together with it? And in fact, I think companies like Domino's would have done this research to pool your stuff into a meal, right? Or even McDonald's does that, like a burger, a fries, and a Coke. How they became a meal, maybe because people commonly order these together, so they kind of bundle it up as a meal, try to upsell you the meal instead of just ordering the burger, right? Again, just 2 columns and you can still frame queries and find this, right? Quite useful, I would say, right? So this is another skill where you're just given the column names and you have to visualize the query, maybe write the query as part of case study or explain the pseudo logic in an interview, right? So go through these, right? Try them out, think about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is quite common in Berlin based startups. I'll see you again in another video. Till then, take care.